Hi friends, in this video we will try to download SQL Developer and try to configure our MySQL database that is running within the container. So let's go to the browser and search for SQL Developer, and the very first website, that is Oracle. And SQL Developer is an open source, so you can see here SQL Developer is a free integrated development environment. Okay, so let's try to download, and here you can click on the Windows 32-bit or 64-bit version, and this will take you to the sign-in page of Oracle. If you don't have an account, just create one. It's simple and straight. And once you log in, what happens is the file will be downloaded. So I already have that file downloaded. So you can see that it will look something like this. So unzip it and you will have all the files there with the .exe included within it. And if you double click this, it will open the tool and it looks something like this. So by default, what happens is you won't have the MySQL plugin when you try to create a database. So if you see here, if I want to create a database, say here new, and if I want to create database connection, so you can see that the database type, I don't have anything other than Oracle, right? So for that, what we need to do is we need to go to tools, click on preferences, third-party JDBC driver. So here we need to download the MySQL connector jar file and add it to our path here. So let's do that. Go to the browser and search for MySQL connector Java jar file, and here in the official site of MySQL, click on it, and here search for what we are searching for is JDBC driver, MySQL driver. Click on download, and here we will select platform independent, and if you click on this, okay, and say no thanks, just start my download, it will download the file. If you go back to the download folder here, you can see that file is downloaded. I have multiple times done this, so you can see that I have different files downloaded. So if you unzip this, okay, and you have the jar file here, you can see here. So this is the file that you need to add. So let's go back to our tool and click on add entry. Let's go to the file where we downloaded. Okay, it's in the C drive, I guess. Okay, where is it? Yeah, here. And open the folder MySQL, and this is the jar file. Select it and say okay. Now if you try to create a database connection, and let's see that, okay, now you can see that you have MySQL option. Select that, name this as MySQL DB, give the name, and we know that when creating the container, MySQL container, the username is root, and the password that we gave was MySQL password. So the host name is localhost, and the port we kept has the same as what we have in the container, that is 3306. Okay, so let's try to test the connection, and you can see the connection says success, the status says success. So let's connect to this, and yes, we are able to successfully connect, and you can see that all the databases now are visible here. It's the same thing that, if you go back here, let's try to communicate with let's try to get into the container execute, and the container ID, I'll do it in interactive mode, and container ID is 04, and I'll do bash, and now I'm within the container, that is MySQL container. And what I'll do is I'll say MySQL user root, and password is SQL password, and if I hit enter, I am now within the MySQL CLI. If I do show databases and hit enter, I can see that all the databases that are here, that are that a root user can access, you can see the same thing here. So that's how you can use SQL Developer to connect to the SQL database that is running within the container. I hope that's clear. I'll see you in the next session.